The silence that fell over the press conference floor at Escon Field when Kohei Arihara revealed his new number was heavier than the roar of any home run. We all anticipated the confirmation of his triumphant return to the Nippon-Ham Fighters, the ace who shared consecutive Best Pitcher awards with Hiromi Ito, now back from his American sojourn. We were braced for the standard ceremonial gesture, maybe the familiar number 16, perhaps a symbolic 30. But the moment the projector flashed the jersey, a collective gasp swept through the room, because Arihara chose 74. That number isn't just unusual. In the rigid structure of Japanese professional baseball, where the 70s are sacred ground reserved almost exclusively for coaches and managers, 74 is a quiet declaration of war against the established order, a heretical challenge that demands immediate dissection. Welcome back to 604 News Now, where we don't just report the headlines, we decode the subtle, often revolutionary language of NPB. If the fighters are committed to shattering every convention, Arihara's acceptance of 74 is the strategic bomb drop that sets the tone for the next 2 seasons. The initial reaction from the pundit class was one of confusion, bordering on concern.
Arihara, a pitcher who logged 500 quality innings and established himself as a dominant force before his international venture, is only 33. He's not a journeyman nearing retirement. He is a cornerstone signing designed to compete for a pennant right now. Kenji Tanaka, a renowned NPB historian and a staunch advocate for tradition, expressed his dismay privately, stating, "This is unprecedented disrespect to the position of an ace." When a player of his clear pedigree accepts a coach's number, it suggests they are already mentally preparing for the bullpen cart and eventual retirement. It diminishes his immediate value. And that, my friends, is exactly the counterargument we must demolish, because the fighters operate outside that conservative framework. The fighters are not just a team. They are an experiment in shattering baseball's fixed ideas. They are the same franchise that allowed Shohei Ohtani to redefine the two-way player role. They thrive on disruption. The choice of 74 is less about seniority and more about destiny. We know the number previously belonged to pitching coach Manabu Iwadate, who gracefully shifted to 84. Arihara himself admitted the selection was a joint effort with the front office, saying, "I wanted a number that nobody had worn successfully, a fresh start. We looked at 90s, but 74 had the best feeling." But the true significance runs far deeper than just good feeling. We must address the statistical elephant in the room. As of the last decade, only 2 non-catcher, non-closer NPB position players or pitchers who wore a number in the 70s finished their season with an ERA below 3.50. Arihara is betting his entire reputation on defying a statistical near impossibility. This is the source of the conflict, the core tension. Can an elite player maintain his elite status while consciously taking on a number associated with instruction, stability, and the twilight of a career? The truth is, 74 is a psychological warfare strategy, both against the opposition and against Arihara's own past. Our source, known only as the architect within the fighter's inner circle, revealed the deeper meaning, the climax of this choice. The management did offer him 30 and 45, but Arihara rejected them emphatically. He explicitly told us, "I am not coming back to be the old Arihara." That version failed in the US and needed a true restart. 74 is a clean slate. And crucially, look closer at the digits. 7 plus 4 equals 11. It's an internal nod, a secret handshake connecting him to the team's lineage, specifically the spiritual legacy of Yu Darvish's 11, without the pressure of having to wear the famous number itself. It's a genius workaround, a subtle claim to the ace mantle through arithmetic. This detail transforms the narrative. 74 is not a sign of surrender. It is a sign of extreme focus. He is telling the league, "I am operating at a coach's level of knowledge, but delivering player results." It ensures he maintains that high pressure, the pressure of being simultaneously viewed as a mentor and the main event. It's an impossible dual identity, which only fits the fighter's ethos. It's a plot twist that uses mathematics and tradition against itself.
Arihara even contacted Iwadate-san, the previous owner of 74, to offer a small gift of thanks, ensuring that the shift was not interpreted as a slight, but rather a solemn passing of a newly sacred torch. The number 74, which Arihara wants to turn into an aspirational number for future pitchers, is no longer just a high number.
It is now the ultimate symbol of veteran rebirth, the perfect manifestation of the fighter's institutional obsession with tearing down and rebuilding. If he succeeds, if he pitches like the 2024-2025 Sawamura contender we know he can be while wearing 74, he will not only secure his own legacy, but permanently alter the meaning of high jersey numbers in NPB forever. The real victory isn't just the wins, it's defining the impossible.
If you're as excited as we are to see Arihara defy the historical data and turn 74 into a legend, make sure you hit that like button, share this deep dive with fellow NPB fanatics, and subscribe to 604 News Now for more revolutionary baseball analysis. We want to know your thoughts. Do you believe 74 is a brilliant psychological tool, or is it a hidden liability for Arihara's performance? Tell us in the comments below.